Hey guys, it's Adorn Speaks here. This is a safe place where we can heal and become our better selves together. Thank you guys so much for the continuous support. I also want to welcome all the newcomers. Hi, I'm Adorn Jamani, and this is Adorn Speaks. Now, for today's topic, we're going to talk about men, right? It's titled Men versus Their Emotion. Now, to start this week's podcast, I'm going to start off with this quote that I saw on Twitter. It says, "Society teaches boys not to cry or show their feelings and act surprised when men act heartless." Now, we live in a society where when men show emotions, they're criticized. Most times, if men cry, they're seen as weak and not masculine enough, right? So, better yet, I'm going to title this podcast Men versus Vulnerability. Now, in society, when a man expresses himself, expresses how he feels, like every emotion apart from anger, if a man shows any emotion apart from anger, they're criticized for it. They're seen as being out of character and they're labeled as weak, right? Um, I was reading something the other day for one of my courses, and it says that are more likely to women are mostly diagnosed with depression or mental disorders more than men. And it's not a case that women have more mental issues than men. It's just that men don't talk, right? They don't express themselves, whereby a woman, she more so express herself so people around her can see that she needs help. And this is why, if you should look, statistics will show that men have a higher suicide rate than women, because they don't express themselves when they need help. They're afraid, or not afraid, but society has embedded this notion, this it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like their minds are programmed to be quiet about how they feel, right? And that's why they're prone to suicide more than women, because women will express themselves, and when somebody's expressing how they feel, um people, their loved ones around them, can see if they need help. And also, not even about seeing that they need help, also when women express themselves is help, because when you be vocal about how you're feeling, when you're vocal about what's bothering you, that is a step into overcoming. If we should think about it, humans were made. We were made to express ourselves. We were made to be expressive of how we feel. Every emotion has a physical connection. I don't know if that's the right word. Every emotion has a physical sign. So when you're angry, when somebody is angry, you can tell. When somebody is sad, you can tell. They cry. When someone is happy, you can tell they laugh. So I feel like God made us that way for others around us to see how we feel. So this podcast, I should have stated this at first, this podcast is not really for women, it's for the men, right? So if you're watching this right now and you're a female, send it to a male that you think needs to hear this. Men, it's okay to express yourself. God made you to be expressive. So don't hold back on whatever you're feeling, specifically if you're feeling hurt, if you're feeling down. Don't be afraid to speak. Talk to someone. Talk to one of your friends. Talk to your significant other. Talk to someone. So, to end off this podcast, I'm going to end with a few pointers. Let's be honest about how we feel, right? Be honest about you feel. If someone does something, don't hold it up on the inside, right? Talk to them about it. If you're going through something, don't sit down and worry about it. Find a confidant. Find someone who you trust to talk to, right? And that leads me to my second point. Talk to someone. If it's even a stranger, go talk to a stranger, express yourself. Find a therapist, right? And that's the next thing. The people, black people, when they hear the word therapy, or when they hear that, oh, we're going to see a therapist, the person is labeled as a madman. When or a madman. When people are we need to come out of this mindset that when people express themselves, when people are expressive, when you can see people's emotions physically, or when you can see that someone is going through a hard time, we need to stop labeling them as mad. No, they're expressing themselves. And that leads to my third point. And my third point is to find a hobby. Find something to clear your mind. Not saying to go drink. Don't go drink. I'm not saying to go smoke. Don't go smoke. Go pick up a sports, right? Learn to play games or something. Find something to occupy your time. That's the end of this week's podcast. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Adorn Speaks, right? And remember, men, it's okay to be vulnerable. You were made to be vulnerable. God has made you to be expressive, right? Don't care about society. Be you. Embrace you and embrace how you feel. Until next time, it's Adorn Speaks here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I see you guys next week at this safe place where we heal and become our better selves together. Bye.